Welcome to Room 18's Assembly. This term we have been learning about the Amazon rainforest. Did you know the Amazon rainforest is the largest in the world and covers over 1.4 billion acres with the Amazon River running through it? It is home to millions of plant and animal life including jaguars, tree frogs, howler monkeys, toucans, piranhas, pink dolphins, snakes and even humans. We would like to present a short play about the Amazon rainforest, The Great K-pop Tree, based on the book by Lynn Cherry. Two men were walking into the rainforest moments before the forest had been alive with sounds of squawking birds and howling monkeys. Now all was quiet as the creatures watched the men and wondered why they had come. The men stopped and struck the trunk of the tree. Whack, whack, whack. The sounds of the blows rang through the forest. The wood of the tree was very hard. Chop, chop, chop. The men wiped off the sweat that ran down their faces and necks. Whack, chop, whack, chop. Soon the men grew tired. They sat down to rest at the foot of the great K-pop tree. Before they knew it, the heat and hum of the forest made the men go to sleep. A group of three-toed sloths emerged from the forest and plodded ever so slowly over to the sleeping men and spoke in deep and lazy voices. A group of jaguars that had been camouflaged in trees padded silently over and growled at the sleeping men. A flock of colourful toucans flew beside the two men. They squawked in the men's sleeping ears. Some small bright tree frogs hopped along quickly from their leaves in little voices that said,
"This K-pop tree is home to bromeliad plants where we lay our eggs. If you cut it down, where will our babies grow?"
Finally the animals parted and a group of children from an Amazon tribe who lived in the rainforest came towards the sleeping men and whispered,
"Our family has lived in this rainforest for many, many years. This K-pop tree provides us with food, shelter, and medicine. So you can help us look upon us when you are."
The men awoke with a start. Before them stood the rainforest children, and all around them staring were the creatures who depended upon the great K-pop tree. What wonders and rare animals they were. The men stood and picked up their axes. They heard no sound, for the creatures were strangely silent. They swung back their arms as though to strike the tree. Suddenly they stopped. They turned and looked at the animals and children and hesitated. Then they dropped their axes and walked out of the forest. The animals celebrated. Their home was safe again, at least for one more day. kapok tree can grow up to 61 meters in height and is known as a giant in the rainforest. Sadly, areas of the rainforest the size of 2 football fields are being destroyed every second.
We can all do our part, making sure we recycle, reduce and reuse to help save this amazing forest of life. Thank you for watching our assembly.
Thank you, Bermaiden, for your assembly this morning.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Yeah. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Woo. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house.